Hello friends, welcome to Kamat Astrology. Today's topic is Saturn becomes retrograde, that is Shani becomes Vakri in the sign of Aquarius or Kumbh starting 30th June 2024, and he will remain retrograde or Vakri till 15th November 2024. So on 30th June 2024 at 12:35 am, Saturn becomes retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. Now, what is going to be the impact of a retrograde Saturn on the world and on all the ascendants is what we will cover in this video. We will speak about the general impact on the world as well as the general impact on all individual 12 ascendants. So first let us understand the meaning of the word retrograde or Vakri. Retrograde or Vakri means that the planet appears to move backwards when it is observed from the earth, though actually it is not moving backwards. Also, a retrograde planet is said to be closer to the earth, so its impact is more pronounced on the earth, which means that when Saturn becomes retrograde, its influence on the earth increases. Its rays reach the earth faster. Now, a Vakri Graha or a retrograde planet is actually someone like a strict teacher, a teacher who becomes strict in order to mold his students for a better future. The results given by a Vakri planet can sometimes be very uncertain. Now, Saturn becoming retrograde is a normal phenomena. So this time it is going to remain retrograde for around 139 days till 15 November 2024. Now, whenever a planet becomes retrograde, it takes us back to the incidents that have happened in the past life. So when Saturn becomes retrograde, it brings the effect of the past karma we have done on us, or rather it makes us rethink about the events which we have done in our past and also bear the fruits of that karma. So now in general, what does Saturn represent? Saturn represents karma, Saturn represents hard work, Saturn represents obstacles, Saturn represents servants. Saturn is the outermost planet, so it represents the neglected people. So when Saturn goes retrograde, it can impact your job, your career, the relationship with servants, and also certain people in your past life may come back and remind you of certain things that have happened in the past. And if there is any bad karma, you may have to pay off for that karma in this time period. Now, when Jupiter goes retrograde, we say Jupiter is a strict teacher. Similarly, when Saturn goes retrograde, Saturn is a strict judge. So in this time period, the effects of your bad karma or the good karma you have done in the past, that you will get in a magnified way. Now, what is the impact on the world? See, Saturn is going retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, which represents your wishes, your desires, your aspirations, large organizations, and also the network of friends. So on a world plane, this shows that the relationship between different countries may go for a toss in this time period. Warlike incidents will increase in this time period. New war fronts can suddenly open up. And because it is retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, it is not good news for the Western countries, the European region, as well as the currently going on wars such as the Israel-Hamas war, the Israel-Hezbollah war. So these can amplify in a big way. Now, since Saturn is retrograde and it puts its third aspect on the sign of Aries, which represents the northeast and the northern regions of the world. Countries such as Pakistan, Afghanistan, these may undergo extreme turmoil in this time period because of this retrograde motion of Saturn. Also in India, the northern regions such as Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Gurgaon, all these regions may see landslides, storms, heavy rains. So all these incidents will happen on a world level, and also I have specified the impact for India in particular. Now without wasting much time, let us understand the impact on different ascendants. So we will start with the Aries Lagna or the Mesh Lagna. So for the Aries ascendant or the Mesh Lagna, Saturn is going retrograde in the 11th house of Aquarius, which represents network of friends, gains, desires, chronic diseases. So in this time period, since Saturn rules your 10th and 11th house, the retrograde Saturn can create certain problems in your workplace. The relationship with your colleagues can become challenging in this time period. So these are the two areas where you need to be careful. Also, do not have unrealistic expectations in this time period from colleagues and friends, because you might see certain setbacks in this area. Now let us move to the Taurus ascendant or Vrushabh Lagna, and Saturn goes retrograde in your 10th house. He rules the 9th and 10th house. So definitely on the career front, Saturn's retrograde motion can bring certain delays, certain hurdles, certain challenges. However, if you work hard in this time period, Saturn will give good results in the long run. So be prepared for hard work in this time period. Your colleagues, servants, you may face certain challenges from them, but do not be scared, for this time will pass away. Now let me move to the Gemini ascendant or the Mithun Lagna, where Saturn is going retrograde in the 9th house of gurus, teachers, long distance journeys. So if you are going on long distance journeys, you may face certain obstacles in this time period. The health of father or teacher can suffer in this time period. Karmic results related to your 9th house of destiny, bhagya, can be felt in this time period. So based on what you have done in the past, you may face either good or bad effects of this Saturn retrograde. Now let us move to the Cancer ascendant or the Kark Lagna, wherein Saturn is going retrograde in the 8th house of Aquarius. And 8th house represents inheritance, longevity, and occult sciences. It also represents your in-laws. So in this time when Saturn is going retrograde, you may face certain challenges with respect to relationship with in-laws. Saturn can give you sudden hidden wealth in this time period or sudden inheritance also. Saturn can make you get deeply interested in occult sciences. On the negative side, Saturn can present you with certain chronic diseases also in this time period. Since the 8th house represents accidents and Cancer is the natural 4th house, be careful while driving vehicles or traveling, as this Saturn can sometimes give accidents. Now let us move to the Leo ascendant or the Siva Lagna, where Saturn rules the 6th and 7th house and is going retrograde in the 7th house. So definitely in areas of partnerships, marriage, relationships, this Saturn can bring delays and challenges and certain amount of hurdles. You may face trouble from hidden enemies in this time period. Chant the Hanuman Chalisa and the bad effects will reduce. Now let us move to the Virgo ascendant or Kanya Lagna. Saturn is going retrograde in the 6th house of Aquarius, rules the 5th house and the 6th house. So, when Saturn goes retrograde in the 6th house, the loans that you have taken in the past or any legal issues that have happened in the past, they can suddenly crop up in this time period. On the health front also, you have to be careful. In your love life, there could be certain challenges coming up in this time period. Also, the investments which you made in the past, those may lose value in this time period. So you may have to wait for a longer time to cash on the profits. Now let us move to the Libra ascendant or Tula Lagna, in which case Saturn rules the 4th house and the 5th house and is going retrograde in the 5th house. So now here it can impact your love life, the health of children, and also the past investments that you have done. Those may suddenly face a devaluation or a reduction in value. On your love life, you could face certain challenges on that front. Take care of the health of your children in this time period. Now for the Scorpio ascendant or the Vrishicka Lagna, Saturn is going retrograde in the 4th house of conveyance, home, mother. So you have to be careful in matters related to land, property in this time period. Certain challenges can come on that front. Also, if you are driving a vehicle, you could face certain problems in the vehicle in this time front. Relationship with mother can become a bit harsh in this time period. So that is the area where you need to be careful when Saturn goes retrograde. For Sagittarius ascendant Dhanu Lagna, this can affect relationship with neighbors, siblings and result in loss of valuables. Now for the Capricorn ascendant or Makar Lagna, Saturn goes retrograde in the 2nd house of finances, wealth, that is the sign of Aquarius, and Saturn also rules the 1st house of Capricorn. So when Saturn is going retrograde in the 2nd house, it can affect the relationships in the family, it can affect your finances. You may see certain challenges related to your finances in this time period. Also, in matters of speech, there can be a slip of tongue which you may later regret a lot. So be careful with your words in this time period. Now for the Aquarius ascendant or Kumbh Lagna, Saturn is going retrograde in the ascendant or the 1st house itself. So definitely you need to take care of your health. At the workplace, relationships can come under stress. This is a time when you should meditate on Lord Hanuman, chant the Hanuman Chalisa. Since Saturn also rules your 12th house, there could be loss of finances as well. Take care of your health and also safeguard your wealth and finances in this time period. Now for the Pisces ascendant or the Meen Lagna, Saturn rules the 11th house of gains as well as the 12th house of losses, isolation, and it is going retrograde in the 12th house of Aquarius. So definitely some kind of financial loss can happen in this time period, and because it is going retrograde in the 12th house and it rules your 11th house also, be careful in the relationship with your friends. You could see financial loss because of blindly trusting someone. You may think that that person is your friend and is thinking good for you, but it may not be so. So there could be trust or relationship issues. So two areas you have to take care. One is your health and second is not to blindly trust anyone in this time period. Now at the start of the video I mentioned that this retrograde motion could lead to increase in wars. Why is it so? Now, what makes this Saturn retrograde special? This time the Saturn retrograde is special because it falls in the 13-day paksha period, which starts from 23rd June 2024 to 5th July 2024. And Saturn going retrograde in the 13-day paksha period is very rare. I've already made a separate video on this 13-day paksha, which results in increase in wars, earthquakes and natural disasters. So you can watch that video. Now I'll conclude this video here. For any queries, you can write to us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can also reach us through our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care and stay safe.